What if I told you the reason you're not living the life you dream about isn't because you're lazy? It isn't because you're stupid. It isn't because you're broken or cursed or born into the wrong family. It's because of one thing. You haven't taken full responsibility. And I don't mean the fake kind of responsibility where you say, yeah, I know I should do better, right before you scroll Instagram for the next 2 hours. I mean full, gut-wrenching, no escape, look in the mirror and face yourself kind of responsibility. The kind that says, no one else is to blame, not anymore. This life, this exact reality I'm in, it's mine. I built it, and if I built this, I can build something better. But most people won't do that. Most people don't want the truth. They want comfort. They want someone to blame. They want the illusion of effort with none of the burden. So they hide behind stories. They blame their parents, their trauma, their job, their city, their boss, their genetics, their ex, anything, just to avoid the one truth they can't outrun. They gave up on themselves. Asterisk every time you say, it's not my fault. You hand over a piece of your power every time you delay action, waiting for the perfect time. You're not just postponing success, you're postponing you. And the longer you wait, the heavier regret becomes. It creeps in quietly. At first, it whispers, maybe later. Then it becomes, it's too late. Before long, it's a scream, you had your chance. Let that sink in, because you're not promised more time. Every second you waste blaming, waiting, hesitating, that's a piece of your life you'll never get back. Time is not your friend. It doesn't care about your dreams. It doesn't pause while you figure things out. It moves, it flies, it burns. And the people who make something out of this life, they aren't the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who made a decision, a real decision. They said, I will take control of my destiny, no matter the cost, no matter how long it takes, no matter who doubts me, no more excuses. I own this. Asterisk, that's where everything begins. When you finally choose to stop living on autopilot. When you stop letting your childhood define your adulthood. When you stop using fear as a compass. Because let me tell you something, fear isn't a red light, it's a green one. It's the sign that you're standing right in front of the thing you were born to conquer. But most people run. They run from failure. They run from rejection. They run from their own potential. Because chasing your dream is scary. It's unpredictable. It's lonely. It's messy. But you know what's even scarier? Waking up one day at 40, 50, 60 years old and realizing you lived your entire life reacting instead of creating. Realizing you built a life out of excuses and now it's too late to start over. That's the real nightmare. And that's what happens when you wait. So stop waiting. Waiting for the stars to align. Waiting for approval. Waiting for some magical signal that now is the right time. Because here's the truth. Now is the only time you have. Not tomorrow, not next year, not after things calm down. Now, asterisk if you want something, go get it. If you have a vision, pursue it relentlessly. And if you're afraid, good. That means you're alive. That means what you want is real. That means your dream still matters. But no dream matters more than the decisions you make daily. Dreams are built on discipline, not desire. Everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants the body, the money, the lifestyle, the freedom. But very few are willing to do what it takes when no one's watching. Very few will wake up early, stay up late, grind in silence while the world parties in ignorance. Very few will take 100% ownership of their life with no safety nets, no blame games, and no one else to call when things go wrong. But those few, those rare few, they change everything. They're the ones whose stories inspire books, whose voices echo in arenas, whose lives become examples. And they all started with the same brutal moment, facing the mirror and taking full, fearless responsibility. Asterisk, so I ask you, are you ready to stop lying to yourself? Are you ready to stop playing small? Are you ready to kill the version of you that's afraid to be great? Because that version the one addicted to comfort, to excuses, to the illusion of I'll do it tomorrow. That version is the enemy, and it's time for war. The battlefield is your mind. The enemy is your fear. The weapon is your decision. And the victory, that's your dream. That's the legacy. That's the unshakable peace of knowing you gave your all, not 50%, not 80%. Everything. No half-hearted attempts, no trying, no more calling effort enough when deep down, you know you're still hiding. You weren't put on this earth to kind of live your dream. You were born to chase it with every ounce of fire in your soul. Asterisk, and let me be clear, it won't be easy. You will fail, you will fall, you will question yourself. You will be misunderstood. You will lose friends. You will lose sleep. But you will gain something greater, yourself. You will gain the respect of the only person whose opinion truly matters. The one staring back at you in the mirror. You will gain clarity, focus, hunger, purpose. And once you taste that, you'll never go back. You'll stop caring who supports you. You'll stop needing applause. You'll become so obsessed with progress that the opinions of others will sound like whispers in a stadium of silence. That's what responsibility does. It transforms victims into leaders. It turns dreamers into doers. And once you step into that energy, everything in your life starts to change. The people around you, the way you speak, the way you walk, the way you make decisions. You become dangerous, not in a reckless way, but in a way that makes people stop and say, who is that asterisk? That's the power of responsibility. It rewrites your story. It pulls you out of the crowd and puts you on a path most people will never dare walk. But you're not most people. You wouldn't be here if you were. You wouldn't be listening to this if there wasn't something in you, something wild, something divine that knows you were meant for more. And now it's time to claim it. This is your turning point, the line in the sand. The moment you draw a circle around yourself and say, everything inside this circle, it's mine. The wins, the losses, the pain, the triumph, I own. All of it, that's how change begins. With ownership, with fierce, unapologetic responsibility. No safety net, no blaming the past, no waiting on the world to catch up. Just you, raw, real, relentless, asterisk, so what now? You can close this and go back to comfort. Or you can take this fire and do something with it. You can stop telling the world you're trying and start showing it what happens when you commit. With every breath in your body, the choice is yours. Excuses or execution, comfort or courage, weakness or war. But know this, the clock is ticking. The window is closing. Your future is watching. And the life you want, it's on the other side of this moment, the moment you finally take full responsibility and chase your dream with no excuses.